What is up, gang? Welcome back to my channel, The Cat React Train. That's how we go for now. And we have done a lot of work today, man. Personally, I have uploaded 5 reactions to different rap videos. But, personally, I really wanted to do something about the pandemic situation that has taken over the world for now. And I really wanted to do something about coronavirus and make a video somehow. And I got to know that recently one of my favorite rap artists in the form of Macdonald has uploaded a video, a rap song which is called Coronavirus. And knowing how this guy works, and the past songs that he has released, and the fact that he's known for raising his voice against certain things that he does not approve of, I'm particularly sure about the fact that this song is going to be providing us a lot of information about what exactly is going on around the world, what should be done, what should not be done, and he's going to be pretty vocal about the stuff that he does not approve of. So, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a song worth listening to. I'm going to be dropping in the link to this video in the description of the reaction that I'll be uploading to my YouTube channel, The Cat React Train. You guys also listen to it on your own, but for now you've got to continue with me because we'll collate and see what exactly this guy have to say for now to us. And before we get into this, really gotta say this to you: thank you so much for tuning in again. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for appreciating the work and liking the videos, commenting on the videos, letting me know what I need to do next on the channel. Really appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. Just continue the support, and yeah, we'll grow together, man. Come on. And now it's time for us to get into the song, man. And let's just see what this guy has to say. Macdonald, Coronavirus. Here we go. Yeah. He's wearing a mask. This is the first thing that we need to do, man. Come on. Here we go. Yeah.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling.
So he started by telling, what exactly is this virus and where it began. And that's what he's saying, the virus began in China, but now everybody in the US is hiding. So US officially has taken measures to make sure that they stop this virus, man. I don't know what exactly is happening in India, but tomorrow we have this Janta curfew thing. Be at home. Officially don't go out, man. We have this in our hands to stop this thing. And that's why, government is taking such steps to make sure that we personally, are acting responsible enough to not pass on the virus to other people as well. So if we save ourselves, I think we're saving the whole community. So that's what he's saying, that, the virus began in China, but for now, it has made sure that all the people in the US, of all the countries, the biggest economy, the most powerful country in the world, people are hiding. Nobody's in the streets. You can take a picture of what's happening around the world from this itself, man. Come on.
There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling.
There's no groceries for people who need because people have stockpiled the groceries at their homes. Don't do that. People might be in need. So, just leave enough for people to actually, feed themselves at least. Because this is the time wherein everybody needs everybody. And that's what he's saying, man.
There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent.
Come on, man. He's saying people who are making memes, is this funny somehow? Because we see a lot of people making, so many memes about coronavirus and how it's spreading, and people making false claims about anything and everything. So that's what he's saying. Like, is this funny for you guys? Just wait till a week till the riots appear in the streets. That's how dangerous this can be. And you can wait for a month to pass, and then the only way that we'll be able to eat food is through violence. He's, providing us with all the facts. All we need to do is listen to him and, act accordingly. Okay?
It's not the sickness that's scary, it's all the people who wildin', the government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens,
It's not the sickness that's scary. It's about the people who are carrying the sickness from one place to the other. So I think we should not be scared of COVID-19. We should be scared of ourselves who are being the carrier of the disease. That's what he's saying, man. And the next line that he said was,
It's not the sickness is scary, it's all the people who whining.
Yeah.
The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the silence.
the government is lying. They're trying to keep us silent through the sirens. If you would have heard, what was happening in China. Speakers were there in the streets asking people to stay home and not go out of the house. And the government actually is raising alarms, to make sure that people are not going out of their houses, and people are taking all the precautionary measures. And that's what he's saying. Might be the case that the government is lying about the fact that they've actually brought down the cases in the country. Might not be the case. They're just trying to keep us calm, is what he's saying. Might not actually be the case.
Sirens, you know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you, so now everyone's dying.
Come on, man. Yeah, he's saying you actually get to know that it's actually the truth that this is happening, across the world, because none of the huge pharmaceutical giants who are actually responsible to provide us with all sorts of drugs, they've not been able to come up with a vaccine to cure coronavirus. And that's why the people are dying all across the world. That's how you get to know how bad the situation is for all of us for the time being, yeah.
There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God we can't rely on the science.
Come on, man. There's no vaccine, no medication that has actually been developed to cure this virus. That's the reason why he's saying that we are supposed to, or the only option that is left for us is to pray to God, because for the first time in the history of mankind, not like for the only time, but after the time that science has developed enough to cure anything and everything, there's the first time that it has come for us to pray to God, because we cannot believe in science, man. Because science has not been able to give us a cure for coronavirus. And that's why the only option that is left is to believe in the Almighty and keep praying.
And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our...
Everyone around me is in a mask and they have gloves on, and the banks are about to bust because the economy is dying. Just stating facts.
Hands, this will pass. It's a bug. Stay inside. You'll be fine till we're trapped there for months.
Come on, yeah. They are asking us to sanitize our hands, telling us that this can, actually bring the rate of virus flowing from one person to the other to a bare minimum. And then they are telling us that, okay,
sanitize our hands. This will pass. It's a bug. Stay inside. You'll be fine till we're trapped there for months.
Stay inside. You'll be fine till we are trapped inside our houses for months, man. It's not a regular situation. People are still not understanding, and they're still going out, still meeting everyone. That's not how it should be.
It's a ghost town. We're in this together. They're closing all the stores down. We're heading for shelters.
It's a ghost town. We're in this together. They're closing all the stores down. We are heading for the shelters. Come on, man.
It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together.
Come on, man. It's a ghost town.
This a pandemic, but we don't listen to the news because they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth?
He's saying that it's a pandemic. We know that it's the truth, but the news has been lying to us all throughout their lives, man. Every time you turn on a news channel, they've been lying to us about anything and everything. So how can we believe that this is the truth? Think about it, man. This is what he's saying, man.
And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's
Wow. He's saying that everybody thinks that they're young enough to actually have an immune system strong enough to fight the disease, but they don't understand that they are immune enough, but they have been passing on the disease to certain people who might not have that strong an immune system to actually fight the disease. And that's the reason why so many people have died because of coronavirus. Don't be a fool and think that just because of the fact that only 2% mortality rate this coronavirus has, it's going to go away easily. All that we know that if we are getting infected with this virus, we are passing on the disease to certain people who might not be able to overcome this. So don't be stupid enough, yeah.
Either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall.
Yeah.
They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law.
The one line that he actually said, which really makes sense, is that, whatever the news is telling us, it's either worse than what it is or it's nothing at all. It's not what they are showing, definitely. Because news have been lying to us. They are the puppets of the government. So that's what he's saying, that it's either worse than what they're showing or it's nothing at all. It's kind of a propaganda that they're following, and they're just the puppets who are passing on the information that the government is asking them to pass to the community. Amazing, yeah. This is why I wanted to listen to this song again.
Either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law.
Man, come on. Again, they're quarantining everything that is coming in the way, which is again a good thing to do. But the next thing that he said is that the schools are closed, the education is stopped. So what's left for our children to look forward to? This is what he's talking about. He's stating facts.
They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning, it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work.
It's just the beginning. This will actually get worse. And if the doctors are not fine, if the doctors are sick, how will the hospitals work? Because doctors are the ones responsible to cure the people who have the pandemic or who have the disease. If the doctors actually have the disease, who will we rely upon?
This is just the beginning, it's gotta get worse.
Yeah.
If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure. But the fact is, we're trapped on this planet called Earth.
The fact is that we are trapped on this planet called Earth. I never thought that I'll hear such a line, that we are trapped on a planet called Earth. This is the planet which is supposed to give us life. And currently we are feeling that we are trapped on the planet. How far we have come, man. How far we have come. From the time that we were dependent upon the planet to feed us, it's officially time that we are willing to leave the planet because we feel like we are trapped on the planet, man.
The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure. But the fact is, we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta
Everything is
sold
gone.
out. Don't leave anything for anyone,
Yeah.
you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go in hell.
Everything is gone because people have hoarded things to themselves, and people will rather ask other people to go to hell rather than becoming a human being and actually helping other people. That's what the world has come to. Everybody is so selfish that they're not even thinking about whether or not whatever they are doing is good enough for the whole community. Everyone wants to live, everyone wants for themselves to live, but nobody is worrying about what they are doing is causing the whole society, man. Come on.
Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself.
Yeah.
You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go in hell. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst.
We are hoping for the best, but we are preparing for the worst. That's what everybody of us is doing. We're just hoping for the best. Hoping that this disease will slowly leave all of us all of a sudden. But in our heads, we're actually preparing ourselves for the worst as well. And what if more than 40 to 70% of the population gets infected with this virus? What will we do then?
hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim.
We are up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. We cannot drop bombs on this enemy. This is the one thing that, we have made sure about ourselves, that if in case we go to a war situation against an enemy, we have these nuclear bombs that we can drop onto them and win the battle. But this enemy does not have a face. That's what he's saying, that we don't know where to aim to kill this fucking virus for now. And that's the reason why we are feeling so helpless, because we have the atomic bombs to destroy the neighboring countries, but we don't have anything at all to destroy this microorganism. Facts.
We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take.
There's no soldiers to stop by a tank at a gate. And what did he say again?
There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray.
There's no food that we can buy because everybody has already bought the food and nothing is available outside. And then he's saying we are afraid, and that's the only reason, that the only thing that is left in our heads is to pray to the Almighty and make sure that, that we keep ourselves sane. The only thing that people are doing these days are praying to God. They're not even staying inside their homes. What does the world come to, man? Come on.
There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's a ghost town.
Finally, a message for all of us. It says, be smart, be strong, be safe. Together we will overcome. Do your part. The last line that he has written in red, do your part. That's what we are supposed to do every day going forward. Stay inside, the house as much as you can. Don't go out thinking that your immune system is strong enough to defeat the virus. If you catch the virus, you can actually transfer it to a person whose immune system is not strong enough to handle its effects. People can die. And when you talk about a 2% mortality rate, it's very high when you talk about them 2% people dying. Somebody's father, somebody's mother, somebody's son, somebody's relatives. People are dying outside, You cannot be selfish. Take appropriate measures. Be inside the home. In India, officially tomorrow, it's a day when we are supposed to be inside. Listen to the government. I think for the very first time they're wanting us to be safe. Listen to them. Be inside your houses. Wash your hands. Take all the precautions, man. Hats off to this guy, Tom Macdonald. It takes guts to release such a song and pass on the required information to people and stating facts, and that's what he did. And this final message: be smart, be strong, be safe. Together we'll overcome. All we need to do is do our part. I'm doing. Will you do that? Just take a note right now and do your part, man. Come on. So all that I have to say is thank you so much for tuning in again. This was my bit that I just did. Pass on this video, pass on the message, pass on the song. I'm going to be sharing the link in the reaction video that I'll be uploading. Pass on the link to as many people that you can. But this message needs to go out right away. Stay safe, man.